dog in the trunk.
I'm back. Road Rants on Star Wars. Okay, as we know, we are celebrating Rosario Dawson and her casting as AHSOKA Tano live action in the upcoming Mandalorian. Okay, and I've got two parts of this. We'll cover what they're talking about at Screen Rant, because a guy on Twitter, Boss Logic, has put together some amazing fan shots of what Rosario might look like in this thing, and it's pretty stunning. I've got to go on record. Rosario Dawson is arguably maybe my favorite actress, okay? So I'm pretty fired up about this. Death Proof, Clerks 2, Sin City 1 and 2, bunch of Justice League animated movies. She is a true Star Wars nerd. Daredevil, Luke Cage, she was fantastic in. She's hot as hell. I said it, toxic masculinity flowing from the, just, I'm ready for this. But before we get to the good stuff, let's talk about the vile response from Star Wars author, Rae Carson. Rae Carson, the Rise of Skywalker novelist, right? The one that said, I felt so good when I saw Rey catch the lightsaber in the snow to see a female Jedi. Woman, they've been Jedis in Star Wars forever. This one, I don't think it's a coincidence that when she sees the casting, guess who's about to blow Rey right off the spectrum, right out of there. And before anybody gets concerned about Disney getting hold of Ahsoka, look, Dave Filoni owns Ahsoka creatively. That's his character, okay? Do not fear that, all right? So they'll get that right. Also, the fact that Rae Carson is attacking this hiring also shows you that Lucasfilm, and we've talked about this, is a divided house. Lucasfilm is a divided house, okay? But yeah, she come out, she made some comments. She said, okay, I've been looking around and I can't find anyone from Star Wars actually confirming this. These are blue check marks, too. This was Rae Carson. E.K. Johnson, also a check mark, comes back and says no in caps. Also, apparently Dawson is a gross person, question mark. My joy meter just went from 10 to 0. Well, bless your little pea-picking heart. She said, E.K. Johnston comes back and says, yep, Ahsoka fandom did all this emotional processing 2 years ago, so I'm here for you. If you use emotional processing, slap yourself in the face like 10 consecutive times. Rae Carson, Jesus, Princess, and thank you. I need to snuggle or something. I may punch myself in the GD face. This is the kind of space cadet you're dealing with that's working over at Lucasfilm right now. Do you know any Star Wars fans like these people? We were talking about that last night on Matrix Stream. Who the hell are these space cadets? Where did these Star Wars fans come from? Anybody can be a Star Wars fan. What they're talking about is Rosario Dawson allegedly attacked a transgender something, and nobody knows anything about it. And it's, look, what she does is her business. I want to see her play Ahsoka. That's what I give a shit about, okay? It is what it is. I'm keeping it real with you, all right? Now, that shit can work itself out in the court system or whatever. All right, now let's get to the good stuff. First, we're going to look at one picture from Boss Logic. And essentially what's happened is after this announcement come out, a ton of fan art and re-imaging started dropping, right? And artist Boss Logic posted his version of the actress and what she might look like on Twitter. The artist drew a older, more mature version of the Jedi than the Ahsoka fans were used to. Let's look at the first one. Good God Almighty! You can sign me up here. I'm good. I'm officially ready for this casting of Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano. So this is the first one, and as we see, there's some skin in this one. Let's just put it like that. For us toxic masculinity folks, there is some skin. If that offends you, too bad. And let's look at the second one. And I think this one's probably a little more accurate of what we may see. Actually, still awesome. Still fantastic work. And of course, this is just a real general idea of what Ahsoka could look like, Rosario Dawson, and it's wildly accurate. I just saw Rosario. I watched the Jay and Silent Bob reboot the other day. She is in it, by the way, playing a lesbian woman. That's not good enough for social justice warriors, it seems. By the way, Jay and Silent Bob reboot was pretty good. There is a very small, about 4-minute sequel built into Jay and Silent Bob's reboot for Chasing Amy, a great film from Kevin Smith. I love that movie. Ben Affleck he's only in it for about 4 or 5 minutes, but he is great in it for 4 or 5 minutes. And the girl from Chasing Amy's in it too. It's a pseudo sequel. You know what happens after Chasing Amy. It's really good. That's a side note because Rosario and Kevin are tight, and she was in Clerks 2. So good in that. Clerks 2 is so underrated. Yes, Clerks is a classic. My opinion, Clerks 2 is also a classic. I'm sorry. So there we have it. What Rosario Dawson may look like as Ahsoka Tano, and Rae Carson should be canceled directly from Lucasfilm because she doesn't know what she's doing from a story standpoint. And some of the comments she makes, you know what, are offensive to me. I can be offended too, by the way. How about that? That's my right. I'm offended by you, Rae Carson. Peace. I'm out. Tell me what you think of the pictures in the comment section. Till next time. I got King Kong in the trunk.